let's get into the surefire running backs. And I'm going to start this off because I think I have the most controversial one. I know Billy's going to disagree with me here because we've already had this conversation, but it's Nick Chubb. He is a surefire running back. And what you see is what you get with Nick Chubb. 3 straight seasons as a top 10 running back, averaging 10 touchdowns in 4 straight seasons. And news and rumors are swirling in Cleveland. We'll see what happens with Watson. But I think that even without Watson, Nick Chubb is going to be heavily involved. Actually, especially without Watson, Nick Chubb will be heavily involved. This man got paid. He is going to go out there and he is going to play. Not to mention there is rumors with Kareem Hunt requesting a trade. Chubb's done this 4 years in a row, including the lost season last year with Baker Mayfield. He's a guaranteed running back 1, in my opinion, in standard and in PPR. You're getting the number 7, number 8, number 11, number 12, depending on if you're playing PPR, you're playing standard, you're playing half point. He's going to be in that top 10 range, and he has the ability with Kareem Hunt or Watson being out to be in that top 5. And he's not your typical running back you're seeing these days. You're not getting pass catching guys. He's not the pass catching guy, but without Kareem Hunt there, he's going to have to utilize it. He's done it, as you see in his stats there. Nick Chubb's the guy, man. I don't know why everyone hates him. He's not the sexiest, flashiest pick. I'm not saying reach for him and draft him above all these other guys, but getting him in the 2nd and 3rd round, I think you're getting a surefire top 10 running back right there. Sorry, can't talk.
Joe, I'll let you go first. I have thoughts.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, I'll set you up here. I've been going really back and forth on Nick Chubb. I did not like him with the Watson news. Now with the Watson news coming out, I like him. I mean, he's got to be their offense. There's no other way around it. He's going to be the offense here. The problem is they could easily just stack the box against him. Is Jacoby Brissett really going to beat these guys with the receiving core that he has? So then you mix in all the running backs, which they seem destined to get involved. I mean, Jerome Ford's getting hyped up in camp. You know, you've got everyone there to kind of work in. If Kareem Hunt gets traded and he's the focal point of this offense completely, then yeah, I can see him going or being top 5 running back at the end of the year. But there's a lot of question marks with Nick Chubb, in my opinion here.
I mean, when is there not going to be question marks with him? So he's got a worse quarterback this year. Jacoby Brissett is worse than Baker Mayfield. I know Cleveland fans got in my mention saying that Jacoby's going to be better than Baker. You guys have apparently never watched Jacoby Brissett play football because it does not get better with that guy back there. So that's the number 1. Stacking the box, Joe, that's completely what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
2 is even if they do trade Kareem Hunt, which they would be foolish to do because they're a running team, Dearness Johnson's right there. I mean, they're going to use him just like they did when Kareem Hunt was hurt. They're just going to put Dearness Johnson in there with Nick Chubb, and it's going to still be a split backfield. The amount of times they took Nick Chubb off the field in critical spots on the field, that's including when they were inside the red zone, well, even back further, like the 30-yard line and up, they just took Nick Chubb out. That shit concerns me. And I can never trust Nick Chubb. He will not be the person I draft as my surefire 1 person on my team, but somebody else will. And
I didn't say he's
my disagreement.
The one. I said that he's surefire
one.
in his
This is
draft.
in your solid category.
Your 1.
No, there's no solid. He's a surefire. He's going to
If
do
he was
exactly
solid,
what
I'd be more on board with this.
He's going to do exactly what he's done the last 4 years.
Solid
he's surefire.
Player. Solid player. All right.
No, hold on. We haven't done a fireball bet since last week. So
Okay.
Where would you say Nick Chubb ranks as running back what at the end of the year?
13.
So you just confirmed my argument that he's a running back 1.
I said 13.
He's a
Joe
solid
did
player.
say 13.
When I say he's surefire, no. Was he a solid player? Sure. Solid player is number 10.
Okay. I got nothing for you guys.
No fireball bet?
I was about to say, you're going to take it because Joe said it?
I'll take the over. I'll take the over on 10 just for fun.
Okay.
I'll take you on that one.
Yeah. I don't know why
Mark
you
it
just
down, Bill.
Got her down, Bill.
Surefire as in a running back 1.
All right. Well, I'll get to my actual surefire running back, and that's Derrick Henry. This man's a machine, a monster. He was, I don't know, built in a lab somewhere and just unleashed upon the NFL. Now, I know a lot of people out there are making a whole big deal about the fact that a 27 and older running back has never finished in like the top 5 or whatever. But Derrick Henry is not like your typical 27 to 28-year-old man. This guy, like I said, he's a cyborg. So barring, mechanical failure, which results in an injury, barring that kind of thing, some kind of machinery issue, you have to take it to the shop. Barring that, Derrick Henry is going to finish as the wide receiver or the running back 1 overall. He was well ahead of Jonathan Taylor last season before he got hurt, and still remained 1 after he got hurt for another like 4 weeks. So I'm not like, I don't see why anybody would fade Derrick Henry. I still think that is a foolish thing to do. It's kind of like when people started fading Adrian Peterson. I think Derrick Henry is just built different, and for that reason, surefire. Fire him up in that top couple spots.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Did you see that video of him just smacking that helmet into the ground and breaking it?
Yeah,
that's God forbid that's someone's head, man.
He is
not
a
good.
monster.
Yeah. Just dishing out concussions. But I love Derrick Henry. He's always disrespected. I mean, he's going in PPR RB4 right now. That's stupid. You can make an argument with him at 1 easily.
It's those people, the running backs who aren't pass catchers nowadays just are overlooked in PPR because they're like, well, he doesn't catch that many balls. And it's like, yeah, but he still runs for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns. And I think that's enough points for you.
I was about to say that 160 is an average because sometimes he'll just go for like 220 and single-handedly win you a week.
Derrick Henry gets that Marshawn Lynch treatment where, he always goes later than he should, but he always produces higher than people think he will. So draft him. So I got Joe Mixon. That's my sure thing. I got a question for you guys. Have you ever seen a running back having finished top 3 at his position go lower than he was the year prior coming off of an injury-plagued season?
I haven't, and it's disrespectful, Joe.
It's ridiculous. That's exactly what's happening with Mixon right now.
Where was he being drafted last year?
He was a hell of a lot higher than he was now. I think he was at 8 last year. Or what was he going? 6 to 8.
Something like that.
I don't think so. I think he was right about the 20 line, and he's like at running back 8 right now. So I
did the research before this podcast. I did not jot it down, but that is exactly what is happening to Mixon. The line is improved this year. The receivers are going to stretch the defenses out even more, and there's not anything standing in his way for touches. He averaged 18 points per game in 2021, and he does face some legit run defenses this year, but that doesn't worry me. Get Mixon. He's my sure thing. Stop disrespecting him.
Good job, Joe. That's exactly what I think.
I don't have a solid argument for Mixon, but I don't think he's going to get those touchdowns again, and I think that's going to hurt him. I don't think he's finishes running back 3 or 4 again. I think he's back in that. I think he's drafted right where he needs to be, running back 8.
Well,
okay, so we love everything Cincinnati, but we don't love the running back that's going to be on the goal line.
I love the running back too because he doesn't have any competition for touches in that backfield. You could argue that the passing game will take a lot, but when they get the lead, they're not going to keep passing. Sometimes they do when active and want to kill the Baltimore Ravens spirit.
I see you bringing Chris.
We're just not going to talk about Captain America, who's who's going to be a phenomenal.
News.
He actually, it is the first thing. It was still behind P. Ryan. So
yeah, and P. Ryan is irrelevant too. No, Joe Mixon's that guy. As long as he can stay away from injury, he's fine. I know a lot of people are even saying, "Well, it was a fluky year with injuries. That's why he finished that high." Well, there's fluky stuff that happens every year. But he did do the work to get to number 3. That wasn't like he just fluked his way into getting the stats. Like, he was a solid player last year. The Bengals were a great offense, and they will continue to be. Their O-line even got better. So, I mean, if you want to think about that helping him out, I like it. Surefire, Joe.